All right, fans, welcome back to another production here for Cheyenne Mustang Media as we're excited to bring you an EDC hockey game here today between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Fargo South Shanley Bruins taking on the home team, the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Technically, Ethan, it's a road game for Fargo South Shanley, but it's probably only about a 3-minute drive down 32nd Avenue South to, from their home base at Farmers Union Arena down to the West Fargo Cheyenne Sports Arena. So these two teams, Fargo South Shanley, coming in at second place in the EDC with 19 points. If they can get a win here today, they'll be all alone in first place as Grand Forks Central is idle. They sit with 21 points. And for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, they're in fifth place with 9 points. If they can get a win here today, they'll be tied at 4 with Fargo Davies, who is also idle.
Puck is dropped here, and it is dumped back into the zone by Quade Peters. Cole Fitzpatrick throws it up the boards. Peters picks off the pass. Centers it out in front for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick tries to bang home a rebound, and that does not go. South now on the breakout. Puck bounces out to McCarthy, and McCarthy goes up the sidewall where the puck is pinned on the boards. South now enters the Cheyenne zone. And Cole Fitzpatrick cycles it back up the wall to Andrew Roth. Roth tries to make a move, loses it at the point. Shot on goal, saved by Buckholtz and covered.
Yeah, one of the things that's not going to take us too long into this game before we talk about South Shanley goaltender Zach Sandy. Last year he was at 94.7%. This year he's doing even better. He's at 97%. And I know Coach Mullally really likes that play there where they try to work the puck down low. Odds are you're probably not going to beat them straight on, but if you can get traffic around the net, that's going to be the way that they can cash in.
Belial wins the faceoff back to Mosier. Mosier goes up the boards for Teckenberg, and Teckenberg is pinched off the puck. Mosier now takes it behind his own net and then reverses. Mosier goes up the wall to Teckenberg. Teckenberg centers for Belial, and that is just off his stick and bounces out to the South defenders where they will throw it back to the Mustangs. Oster now bats the puck out of the air, and South's defense will control.
A good baseball player there. Little spring training.
Mustangs now with the puck on the wall. Put it back in the corner where Tyler Michalek will control it. Tyler Michalek now behind the net. And Teckenberg with the puck, looks for a center. And out in front where South will take control. It goes off the glass, and that will go all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. Oster now throws the puck up the wall through the Mustang stick, and that will go down for an icing.
And looking at some of the scores, South doesn't give up a lot of goals. It kind of reminds me of that scene in Miracle, Ethan, where Herb Brooks he's showing the boys in 1980, showing them tape of the Russian goalie, and he tells them, he says, if you score on Tretiak, keep the puck because not many get by him. So one of the things, though, that I think does favor West Fargo Cheyenne is a lot of their goals are scored around the net, so it's an area they're familiar with.
South now with control behind the net. Puck is now controlled on the sidewall, and it bounces out. Puck goes back down low where Camden Coles will take it behind the net. Coles looks off the glass up to Trudeau, and Trudeau will center it for Fitzpatrick. And Fitzpatrick will get across the red line, dump it all the way down. Puck around the boards for Peters, and Peters will cough up the puck. Big hit there by Cole Fitzpatrick. And here comes South down the ice. Puck in the corner. And the Mustangs will now regain control, and Colin McCarthy pushes it up to the point. Peters now bumped off the puck, and that puck is deflected out of play.
Yeah, Camden Coles there, he really earned his keep that shift. He was behind the net battling with Chase Bry from South Shanley. Nice to see a little story on Camden Coles on the news this morning, a WDAY's hometown star. Talked about how Camden's giving back to the community, did a lot at the middle school, and he was a member of NHS, and then also helping with some of the youth hockey camps and stuff. So good to see a nice story about Camden. He's an upstanding kid, so it was awfully nice to see.
And another icing here called on the Mustangs.
And I think one of the things coming into the year for Fargo South was wondering where's the offense going to come from. They need to replace their top two scorers last year. Drew Sandy had 63 points, and then Alex Semp had 61. So 66% of their total points from last year need to be replaced, and those two players, and Sandy and Semp, they accounted for 44% of all goals that were scored for South Shanley last year. But this year, they're off to a great start, winning a lot of low-scoring games.
Oster now chips the puck out. Belial tries to control, and that is taken away by South. Mustang. Belial now with the puck back behind the net. Rings it around the boards to Michalek. Michalek will chip it out where Carson Heckenberg will try to chase it down. South now crosses the red line. Gives a cross ice pass where that goes over his stick. Bounces off the boards, regains it, and rebound, and saved by Buchholz. Puck back out to the point. Shot, and that is just wide of Buchholz. Puck now controlled in the corner. Goes behind the net, passes to the hash mark, shot, and that is wide again. South now with good possession here on the Mustangs. Mustangs need to try and ice it down and get a change. Puck behind the net. Pass it out to the slot. Shot, just wide.
Buchholz was ready to jump all over that puck, stop the play. We've had a good start here. A lot of good chances for both teams around the net. A lot of up and down hockey, so the pace here so far is good. You know, talking about the South Shanley goalie, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Peyton Buchholz so far this year. He's played all 8 games, and he's at a 91 save percentage himself. So this should be a good battle between these two goalies.
Puck now dumped down deep in the Cheyenne zone. Looks for a centering pass, and that is tipped wide. McCarthy now tries to pass to Roth. Puck now in the slot. Shot, glove save by Buchholz.
Oh, that was a real nice save there. Puck got turned over all alone in the slot to Jake Scarperud. They were looking for that first goal of the year. Ethan, you tell me Scarperud's pretty good on the links, huh?
He's better than your average high school golfer, I'd say. State champion this year, so.
Are you an average high school golfer?
I am. I'd
Little
like
bit
to
above
consider
average?
myself one.
Okay.
Puck now behind the Cheyenne net, down in the corner. And South now tries a centering pass, sticked away by Buchholz. Puck tied up on the wall, and Cole Fitzpatrick will dig it out. Turnover there, centering pass, saved by Buchholz.
Real nice save there on John Lang. He was all alone in front. Nice save by Buchholz.
Mustangs looking for a little spark. Haven't been doing much here in this opening 5 minutes of play. Centering pass there, and he is. Puck now in the Mustang zone where McCarthy will control. McCarthy will now cycle it up the boards to Cole Fitzpatrick. And Fitzpatrick will turn it over. Puck now controlled in the corner. Trudeau now gets it out to McCarthy, and the Mustangs will start up the ice. And here comes Trudeau and Peters. Trudeau tries a shot, and that is poke checked away. South now enters the Cheyenne zone. Shot just wide. Goes to the opposite corner where Trudeau will take it, and he will dump it off for Oster. Oster goes around the boards to Teckenberg. Teckenberg looks center for Belial, and Belial is not there to control it. Belial centering pass for Teckenberg. Teckenberg with a shot, and that goes just wide of the net. Puck is tried to clear, but that is held off by Jacob Daub. Daub goes all the way back around the net for Belial. And puck is chipped around Oster, where Andrew Roth will control. Roth looks back for Teckenberg. Teckenberg tries to go cross ice to Daub. And that is tipped. Roth now hits his man off the puck. And South will take control here in the Cheyenne zone. Hit there by Daub, knocks his man off the puck. And puck will come all the way out to the hash marks. Shot there, blocked away by Belial. And Belial now back to Daub. Daub goes cross ice for Oster. And Oster will look across ice for Fitzpatrick, where that will go all the way down for an icing.
Yeah, we joked earlier that this is technically a road game for South, but they don't have to travel far. One of the things they certainly don't have is they don't have bus legs. They were, for about the last 3-4 minutes, they've been all over on the forecheck, making it awfully difficult for the Mustangs to get out of the zone. Ethan just got a text from your public speaking fundamentals teacher. She says you're doing a great job, but you still need to make that speech up. So don't forget that when you get back in the classroom that you got to do that for Mrs. Karnick, okay?
Yeah, I'll be practicing.
All right.
Puck there.
This doesn't qualify as a speech? She can't just, write this off?
I mean, I think it should personally, but I guess we'll find out.
I had a chance to sit down with some of the Cheyenne seniors earlier this week, and I asked them if there's any senior on the team who could replace, or not replace you, but do the job that you do. There was one player that was confident he could. Any guesses on who that might be?
I'd say Andrew Roth.
Well, he was pretty good, but Carson Gass thinks that he would be a good commentator. So we'll have to maybe sometime see what he's got.
Next year when he graduates, maybe we'll have him up here. Peters now chasing on the point, and puck chips out to Camden Coles. Coles looks up the board to Peters, where it goes all the way back to South defense, and South will put it all the way back in the zone. Zach Mosier now with the puck, looks up the boards, and that is picked off. Fitzpatrick will now throw the puck all the way in the zone where the Mustangs will try and get some offense going. Fitzpatrick now hits his man off the puck. Mashalik tries to dig it out, and that is deflected up to South. And South will put it all the way down in the Mustang zone. Coles now steals the puck away, looks up the wall for Tegenberg, and that is just over his head. Coles now back with the puck again, looks wide for Mashalik. And back to Mosier. Mosier with a nice stick there to get it over to his D partner, Coles.
Could have been dangerous there with Chase Bright coming down, but Mosier was able to get the puck out of harm's way.
Mosier now controls the puck behind the net. Escapes one forechecker. And back behind the net he goes, where he'll cycle it up to Belisle. And Coles now with the puck. Over to Belisle. And Belisle will take it all the way around the net. Belisle now coming up the ice with speed. Looks wide to Mashalik, and Mashalik will dump it all the way down into the zone where Sandy will cover.
I think one of the things to try to alleviate some of that pressure that Cheyenne, excuse me.
Spit
We got
it
South
out.
Shanley and then Cheyenne. I think to alleviate some of that pressure, I think Cheyenne was trying to keep a forward high there, make it a little bit easier so the D couldn't pinch down on the walls as much, but nothing working down the ice for the Mustangs.
Mashalik now loses the face-off. And puck is down in the south corner. Puck there at the point where Oster dumps it all the way back in the zone. Belisle now takes the puck, chips it up to Dobb. Dobb tries to put it all the way down, and that's picked off. South now regains in their own zone. And they will start up ice. South crosses the red line, dumps it all the way down, and Dobb will collect. Dobb takes the puck, cycles it back to Oster, and Oster looks up the board for Peters. Peters tries to go all the way wide for Mashalik, and that is gloved down by Kirkaby. South now with the puck on the boards. And offside's called, or penalty coming up on the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think we're going to have our first penalty there. I think it's going to be Jacob Dobb. It's going to sit for 2 minutes for tripping just right inside the blue line. Official looks like it's going to be tripping, so we're going to have South Shanley's going to go to the power play, first power play of the game. One of the things this year, the Cheyenne Mustangs are only at 70% of the penalty kill, so that's something that they're still going to have to continue to work on. It looks like we're going to have McCarthy and Coles back on D, and then Chase Hapka and Carson Gass up front. So two guys that are quick. They're quick with their sticks, so hopefully they can kill this off.
Face off one by South in their own zone. And down to Kirkaby in the corner. Kirkaby now throws it up the board all the way to the point. Good pressure here by Carson Gass, trying to knock his guy off the puck. South now with the puck in the corner. Goes back up to the point. And he'll take it into the slot. Shot tipped, goal.
Yeah, right in front
Fargo
there.
South.
Yeah, that's going to be Sam Osbeck. He's only a freshman, but he's in 8 games. He's got 10 points. He puts himself right in front there, and the shot came from the point. I think that was shot by John Lang, and pretty high tip. But Osbeck, his stick was under the bar, so it's a legal tip. But South's going to take the lead here, 1-0. We talked about one of the things. If you're Cheyenne, you want to keep this, as low-scoring game as possible because it's going to be tough to get a goal. Looking at statistics, at least on Sandy's, about 97%. And one of the things we talked about is trying to stay out of the box, only at 70% of the penalty kill. So discipline's going to be key for the rest of the way here for Cheyenne.
Coles tries a cross-ice pass where that's gloved down by South. And Mashalik now takes it, dangles one. And he will dump it all the way down in the south zone and give chase. Belisle now with the puck down in the corner, cycles it over to Mashalik. Mashalik looks out front for Tegenberg. And that is poked away. And Coles will pick up the puck down in his own zone. Coles looks off the board to Teckenberg, and that is just the wrong angle. McCarthy now sits behind his own net with the puck.
Like a quarterback behind center here.
McCarthy now looks up.
Whenever he
Looks past
wanted
to
that ball
Teckenberg.
snapped, he was going to take it.
Teckenberg goes down to his skate and loses the puck. McCarthy now with the puck back behind his own net again. Doesn't take as long this time. And Coles will now take it. Cameron Coles looks wide for Teckenberg, and it goes off his stick, and it looks like it will go all the way down for another icing.
Yeah, officially, statistically speaking, on that first goal, it's going to be Sam Osvac getting that goal, and then assisted by Zach Borden and Lars Hager. Or excuse me, John Lang and Lars Hager. So, well, since we last did a game, the Mustangs, or a game here at home, Ethan, the Mustangs, they've had 3 bus trips and 2 games up in Grand Forks and 1 game in Grafton. So, kind of a tough stretch here going up against Grand Forks Central, Grand Forks Red River, and then Fargo South Shanley here. So,
Oster now controls the puck, gets across the red line, dumps it down for Andrew Roth, who loses the puck, and now here comes South. South crosses the blue line, goes behind Buchholz, and Mosier will now take the puck. Mosier flying up the ice, looks wide for Peters, and Peters will control the puck. Peters dangles out in front, tries a backhand shot, and that is stopped by Sandy. Puck goes out to the point where Mosier will put it back in the zone. Mosier dumps it down again. And South will control behind their own net. Puck now chipped high off the glass. And here comes South on a one-on-one. Glove save by Buchholz.
that was Verwest coming down there, just snapped off a quick air shot there. Buchholz was able to glove it down. And one of the things I think that Cheyenne's going to want to do is try to get some sort of sustained forecheck. You know, they have little spurts and little moments where they're in the zone, but it's not long enough. South is able to get up and out of the zone quick. So that's something that they're going to want to continue. Here shots are 6-3 in favor of Fargo South. So not a game with a high shot total. So you're going to want to make them count when you can.
Puck now tied up in the corner. Puck still tied up, and Coles will come out with it. Coles looks wide for Mashalik, and that is just out of his reach. South will dump it all the way back down the ice, and Buchholz will slow it down for McCarthy. McCarthy looks up the wall for Belial. And Coles now with the puck. Looks to skate it behind his own net and spins back. Coles now up the wall to Mashalik, and Mashalik looks wide for Teckenberg where that is gloved down, but Teckenberg still takes it away. Teckenberg tries to enter the offensive zone. Mashalik now with the chance, and backhand just over the net. South now looking to break out of their own zone, chips it off the glass, and that will go all the way down the ice. And icing is waved off.
You got him, Belial up there. I couldn't get it to him.
Aired pass there by Camden Coles, and breakaway stop by Buchholz, and the net will come off.
Yeah, McCarthy's going to go. I don't know if they're going to give him a hook or high stick, but they're going to give him a hold. There's good penalties and there's bad penalties. That's a penalty I think that you can live with. Pass trying to go all the way up the ice by Camden Coles. He was trying to find Jack Belial. He was up by the penalty box in the red line. It was picked off by Colton Nestor, and he was going to come in all alone on Peyton Buchholz. And McCarthy's going to be the guilty party. He's going to be the one that's going to sit for it. But I think if you're the Cheyenne coaches, you can live with that one. And hopefully you can kill this off here.
Trudeau and Peters now out for the kill with Coles and Oster back on the point. And Coles will throw it all the way back down on the ice. Puck now behind the South net. And they will look to break out. South now flying up the ice. And hit off the puck there, met by Peters. And Peters will throw it all the way around where the puck bounces out to the point. Peters, now puck in the slot, shot saved by Buchholz.
Peyton could see that one all the way. Didn't have any traffic in front of him. So he was able to glove that one down. We'll have a face-off here. 1:25 left on the power play. For South Shanley, looks like we're going to have Mashalik and Fitzpatrick up front here, and then Oster and Camden Coles on the back end. So, again, Mustangs got about a minute and a half here close to kill off.
Puck now goes D-to-D, and shot there, saved by the shoulder of Buckholz. Kirkby now with the puck, spins it around. Fitzpatrick tries to clear it out on his backhand. That just bounces off, and the puck will exit the zone. Mashalik now giving pressure. Puck goes up to Kirkby. Kirkby centering pass. And the Bruins try to enter the zone where he is met by 3 Mustangs. And puck now all the way down in the zone where Oster will take it, and Oster slaps it around the boards. Tries to clear.
Ref had to look out there. I think he thought that puck was coming right at him.
South now controlling the puck. Up to the high point. Tipped in front. Stopped by Buckholz. Puck now on the goal line, and it is cleared out by the Mustangs.
And from our vantage point where we're sitting, that was very close, just sitting right on the line. Luckily for the Mustangs, they're able to clear it out and get it all the way back down the ice. At 22 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Mustangs.
South now with the puck in their own zone. Looks up to Kirkby. Kirkby crosses the blue line, goes in between his own legs, dangles around one. Shot saved by Buckholz on the doorstep.
A lot of nice moves there by Tanner Kirkby. He's a 5'6", 150-pound senior forward, and he's one of the guys that we talked about earlier. You know, South is going to have to replace some scoring, and in 8 games, he's got 8 goals and 7 assists for 15 points. So, you know, very evident on how he's getting those points there. A good, skilled player, and he made a nice move there coming down on Camden Coles. But Peyton Buckholz able to shut the door down. You got 1-0 Bruins here with 1:47 left in the first period.
Mosier will now throw the puck all the way down the ice, and the penalty will be killed off by the Mustangs. South now tries a pass, picked off by Belial, and Mashalik will throw it all the way back around. Belial now lays a hit, and the puck will bounce out to South. Puck bounces out to McCarthy. McCarthy looks D-to-D for Mosier. Mosier then goes cross ice to Mashalik. Mashalik enters the blue line, tries a slap shot, and that is blocked off. South now on a 3-on-2 rush. Crosses the blue line, leaves the puck off for his winger, and he is stopped off by Mosier. Mosier now takes the puck, and he will throw it down all the way to the south end. Icing waved off.
Good back check there by Carson Techenberg coming back into the zone for the Mustangs.
South enters the zone, tries a shot, whiffs, and McCarthy will throw it all the way around the boards for Peters. Peters picks up the puck and looks wide for Mashalik. Just in the front of his stick, and South will regain possession. South now flips it over the defender's head, and all the way back into the Mustang zone. D-to-D from McCarthy to Mosier. Mosier back to McCarthy, and McCarthy will take it up the ice himself. McCarthy crosses the blue line, goes around one, tries a centering pass out in front, and that is just knocked away by Sandy. And Peters will throw it all the way back down. Trudeau now giving pressure, and that will be the end of the first period.
Yeah, so we'll enter our first period here with the score of 1-0 in favor of the Fargo South Bruins. South Shanley Bruins, I should say. You know, kind of a back and forth period to start, and then South kind of flexed its muscle. One of the things that I've been so impressed with is the speed of these South forwards on the forecheck, Ethan. They're making it incredibly difficult for the Cheyenne defensemen to get pucks up to the forwards, and there was quite a few times there where Cheyenne was hemmed up in their own zone. You know, Cheyenne's going to want to get some more pucks on net. They only had 4 shots that period. You know, South did have the 2 power plays. You know, Cheyenne was able to kill one of them off, but one of the things we've talked about is how Cheyenne's going to want to stay out of the box here moving forward. So with that, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back with second period action in just a little bit.
I want to perform so I can teach my friends how to play the guitar.
I want to play this year so we can improve as a team and get some more of these.
I want to learn so I can expand my career opportunities.
I want to represent to enrich the world around me.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
welcome back to the West Fargo Sports Arena as we're here for our second period action. Around the EDC last night, there were 2 games that were played. One of them was actually played in this arena here, the Grafton Park River Spoilers. They got on the bus and they came up to 2 hours to play West Fargo, and West Fargo was able to walk away victorious in that game 6-3. The Devils Lake, they traveled up to the Coliseum to play Fargo North on the north side of Fargo, and North was able to win that one 3-0. And then Grand Forks Central, they flexed their muscle over Fargo Davies by a score of 6-1. Looking at that box score, I think that line of Spicer, Kennelly, and Panzer for Grand Forks Central, they did a lion's share of the score in there. I think Kennelly ended up with 4 goals and an assist, and Spicer had 3 points, and Panzer had his share of points as well. So, like we talked about here in the EDC, the standings up at the top, you do have Grand Forks Central, who's 7-1 with 21 points, followed by South with 19, and Grand Forks Red River follows up there in the third spot with 17 points. A couple of other scores that were taking place in Cheyenne athletics in the past couple of days is last night. The Cheyenne basketball program, both the boys and the girls, played Valley City. The Cheyenne boys basketball team hosted the Highlanders from Valley City, and they were able to walk away with a 103-33 victory. They sit first place in the EDC. They started their season with a tough road contest up at West Fargo. They lost by 1 on a great shot by actually the Cheyenne athletic director. His son, Mr. Lemke, made that shot for the West Fargo Packers. But since then, the Cheyenne Mustangs boys basketball team has rolled off 9 straight wins. They're sitting at 9-1. And then the Cheyenne girls, they went on the road and they played at the Highliner Activity Center in Valley City, and they were able to walk away with a 73-66 win. And again, they started 2-4 and they won their last 4. So I know Coach Hintz talked about there was going to be maybe some growing pains early with a lot of new kids getting into the lineup, but it looks like they're settling in the nice with a 6-4 record.
Blyland take the draw here for the Mustangs to open up the second period. And he will lose it to Kirkaby. And South will chip it all the way down into the Cheyenne zone. McCarthy takes it back behind his own net, looks off the boards for Tegenberg. And that will go right off of his stick and back into the zone where Camden Coles will have it behind his own net.
Yeah, you see Cheyenne's keeping it forward. It looks like Tekenberg up there, I think, trying to alleviate, like I said in the first, that forechecking pressure by Fargo South.
Coles now tries to dump it all the way down in the zone. And the puck will deflect out into the Cheyenne bench.
So South Shanley, we talked about sitting right now in second place. They're going to look to make it back to the state tournament where last year they fell 4-1 to Grand Forks Red River in that championship game. Last year they ended with a record of 26-1, and of their 6 losses, 3 of them came to Grand Forks Red River, one of them being in the state championship. So they're hoping to get back and get a little bit of redemption if they can.
Another face-off lost by the Mustangs, and it goes back to the South defense where they go D-to-D and then try a centering pass, and it goes all the way down for an icing.
Yeah, if that would have connected, that would have been a great chance there for Jake Scarproot. I think they tried to throw a saucer pass just right over his stick, and unfortunately for Fargo South, it got all the way down the ice, so we're going to have an offensive zone face-off here. Looks like Belial is going to take it.
Belial now wins the face-off to Tekenberg. Tekenberg goes back to McCarthy. McCarthy over to Coles. Coles with the shot, and that is stopped before it could get to the Sandy. South now coming up the ice with the puck. Takes it wide, takes a shot. Buckles with a stick save. And McCarthy will now take the puck, and he will throw it all the way down the ice for an icing.
So, Ethan, we got NFL playoffs going on right now. I know you're really concerned. You keep looking over at my computer. The score is 3-3 between the Packers and the Rams. I'm sure all you folks at home, you probably don't care because you're probably watching it on your TV anyways. But hopefully you have the TV muted, and hopefully you're listening to us here on Cheyenne Mustang Media.
Another face-off lost by the Mustangs, and the puck is chipped all the way down back into the Mustang zone. Big hit laid there by...
Nice hit by Oster there.
That was Oster. And Trudeau now with the puck behind the Cheyenne net. Trudeau tries to go to... I don't know who that was.
That was a nice hit by Sturluson there on Rogan that got the puck back on the South player's stick.
Oster now chips the puck back up into center ice. And South will control. Gives the puck up back to the Cheyenne point. And another turnover. Mosier now picks up the puck back in his own zone. Peters tries to go up the boards for Trudeau. And Trudeau now throws it back all the way down in the south zone, and they will go for a change. South now with the puck in neutral zone, enters the Cheyenne zone, and is tied up there on the boards. Puck squeaks out to Peters' skates, and that is flipped in by South. Mosier now looks around to Oster, and that takes a weird bounce over his stick.
Yeah.
Back up to the south point.
Unfortunate for Oster, their puck just bounced right over it.
Kirkby with puck in the corner, and that will go all the way around the boards, where the Mustangs will collect. Puck now tied up on the sidewall. South comes out with it, takes a shot, and that is just to the right of Buchholz. Another shot tried, and that just goes off his stick. Roth now tries to flip a pass to Peters, and that's just off his stick as well. South entering the zone fast. Takes the puck behind his own their net. Back out to the point. Tries a shot from the point, and that is blocked by his own player before it could get to Buchholz. Mosier now loses the puck, and Roth is there to help. Roth and Fitzpatrick now battle for it on the sidewall, and it kicks out to Mosier. Mosier chips it out, and South will hold. Mosier now decides to take it the other way. Goes around for Oster. And puck bounces out. Takes a sharp angled shot, and that is just to the left of the net. And here come the Mustangs. Puck goes up to Peters. Peters enters his own. Quick shot on Sandy. Rebound, and no one was there to clean it up.
And we played almost 4 minutes of the period. That's the first shot there for the Mustangs. It was nice play by Mosier to just get it out of the zone. Took things into his own hands, got up to Peters, and was able to use his speed down the wall and get a good shot off. Fortunately, I think his line mates were out there for a long period of time, so they all went for a change, and no one on that rebound for the Mustangs.
Coles now with the pass to Roth on the boards. And Roth will hold it on the boards. Puck kicks out to the south defense. Slap shot. There's pad save by Buchholz. Brings it all the way around the net. And here come the Mustangs on a 2-on-1. Teckenberg and Belisle. Teckenberg tries to pass, but it goes on net. Shot there from the point goes just high, and it will go all the way down the ice for an icing.
A couple nice chances there for the Cheyenne Mustangs. We talked about one of the things that South is making it very, very difficult for these Cheyenne Mustangs to get out of the zone. That they're making it difficult for the D to find forwards and get those breakout passes. So, one of the things that they're going to want to do is find a way that they can get some sustained offense's own time here, and offense's own face-off might be the thing that can maybe spur that for the Mustangs.
Bruins win the face-off. Tries to look up the boards, and that is stopped by Teckenberg. Cole's now fighting to keep it in. Puck bounces up to Teckenberg on the blue line. He decides he'll throw it back in the zone. Teckenberg now with the shot just to the right of Sandy. Belisle now with the puck behind the net. Belisle tries his centering pass for Michalek, and that hits the back of the twine. And the puck will be on top of the net, and the whistle will be blown.
I was thinking kind of the way this game's going for the Mustangs, and having a good goalie, I was waiting for that to bounce off top and then hit the back of his head and go in. We talked about beating him is going to be tough, and sometimes it takes maybe it's a goal off a skate or a tip or something like that. And the Mustangs haven't had a lot of opportunities where they can just get an open shot on him. I think Peters had that one, and that was probably about the only one that was straight on.
Take a quote from you here and say, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
That's exactly right. And like Carson Gast always says, it's not much work, but it's honest work.
Puck bounces out to Belisle. Belisle takes a shot, and that is pad saved by Sandy.
When you open up the paper the next day, Ethan, they all count as one.
Puck bounces out to Teckenberg, and Teckenberg will throw it back into neutral ice. Michalek now giving pressure. And Bruins defenseman will spin down. Teckenberg now with the puck. Tries a top shelf shot, and that is saved by Sandy. good by Kai
Oh.
Trudeau there. Tegenberg now with the puck on the circle. Takes a shot. Stick save by Sandy. Mustangs now here with some good pressure.
It's probably the best pressure they've had since the first shift of the game.
Stalker. And puck will bounce out in the south possession. They will cross the red line and dump it all the way down where they will go for a change.
As we said, 4 minutes into it, they hadn't even had a shot, and then the last couple minutes here, they've had 5. So good pressure there by the Mustangs these last couple shifts.
Rogan now gives chase behind the net, and Trudeau will come out with it. Trudeau cycles it back to Rogan. Rogan looks out in front for Stalker. Bounces out to McCarthy on the point. McCarthy looks low for Rogan. Rogan goes over to Trudeau. Trudeau back up to the point for Coles. Coles the shot. Glove save by Sandy.
Real nice puck movement there by the Mustangs. You had Stalker going up to and McCarthy, and then you had it coming over to Trudeau, and he gets it up to Coles and gets a shot on net. One of the things the Mustangs, they did have some forwards around. I think, Sandy's a good-sized goalie. He's 6'1", 180, so he's able to get out on top of that crease and see that. But some real good pressure here by the Mustangs these last couple of minutes.
Trudeau loses the draw. And hit there by Rogan. Misses his man, and South will ice it down.
And looking at Fargo, South Shanley, Ethan, here, looking at some of the records, there's a forward, Josh Hunter. In 2000, he had 6 goals in one game in the state tournament. There's some guys that don't get 6 goals all year, so he scored 3 of those goals in 3 minutes and 49 seconds, and that was in the 2000 state tournament, which was actually won by Grand Forks Red River, which Coach Nate Mullally, assistant Cheyenne coach, he was on that team. Broke my heart, though.
Peters tries a quick shot there, and that just hits the top of the stick of Sandy and bounces away. Peters now chips it back, and South with it behind their own net, cycles it around, and puck back out to Coles. Coles tries a shot, tipped in front, score! Kai Trudeau with the redirect in front, beats Sandy.
Now, we've talked about they've had real good pressure here in these last couple of minutes. Those are the exact goals that Cheyenne's going to have to score if they're going to want to win this hockey game. That was great pressure. The puck got up to Camden Coles, and you had Kai Trudeau that was right in front of the net. Kai Trudeau was able to tip that one in and get it by him. For Kai, that's going to be his third goal of the year. And that's exactly what they have to do. And they've got the formula for success here now if they can continue that. We said we're up to 11-11 in shots. We said earlier that it was kind of tough for Cheyenne to get some momentum there, but I don't know if they heard us and took offense to that, Ethan, but they certainly turned it on here the last couple of minutes. Here we
If
go
they
again
did,
with
I'll keep
Michalek.
saying it. Michalek comes down the ice, kicks it back up to a stick, tries a centering pass, and that is blocked off. South now comes up the ice. Gets to the side, tries to go behind the net, and that is picked off by Coles. Puck tried to go to Michalek. And South tries to dump it all the way back in. That is gloved down by the Mustangs. McCarthy now elects to take it himself. Crosses the blue line. Gets wide. Tries a centering pass. Good stick there by the Bruins. Another centering pass goes wide. Belial chases it. And puck chips out back to Coles. Coles with a nice pass to Belial. Belial tips it, and he'll go for a change. Kirkaby now with the puck. Kirkaby looks to the center of the ice and tries a backhand shot, and that is just wide of Buchholz. And puck will be sent all the way down the ice by McCarthy for an icing.
I'm talking to Coach Nate Mullally earlier this week. He said one of the things that this group of Cheyenne players here for 2021, he said that there's just a belief that, anybody who they play, that they can be in those games, and it was nice to see their, the bench, the reaction to that goal here to tie this game up. Coming in, I think you can look at standings, you can look at statistics and things like that, but, this is certainly a winnable hockey game if they can continue the way they played these last 7-8 minutes.
South now controlling the puck in the Mustang zone. Puck goes behind the net, back to the corner, back out to the point, shot from the point, gets through, saved by Buchholz. Puck now tied up on the blue line. And Peters now tries to dig it out. Fitzpatrick will now throw it all the way back in the zone where Sandy will stop it behind his net. Bruins. Kirkaby now tries to get it out, picked off by Peters. Peters goes around, looks for a pass for Fitzpatrick, but Fitzpatrick was spun the wrong way.
Spun the right way or the wrong way?
Either or. Fitzpatrick now tries to stick it back, and Kirkaby will take it. Kirkby dangles one. Big
Nice.
hit by Quade Peters.
Nice hit by Peters.
Kirkby tried to dangle, and Peters was not having it. Peters now takes the puck. Below the circle, centering pass, and glove save by Sandy. Good look there for the Mustangs.
Nice pass by Peters to Mosier. I don't think Mosier got all of it. We saw a nice hit there by Quade Peters. Like I said, I had a chance to sit down with these Cheyenne seniors, and one of the questions I posed to him is who would be the arm wrestling champion for the Cheyenne Mustangs, and the players unanimously voted Quade Peters, except for Lance Oster. Lance said himself no debate. So Peters, he's not the tallest, but pound for pound, he's a very, very strong young man.
McCarthy now tries a centering pass. Michalek with the pucks. Goal! Cheyenne Mustangs on the rebound. Carson Teckenberg.
Again, puck's right around the net. You got to have bodies around the net. Michalek throws that one right on the net, and Teckenberg, Johnny on the spot, he's right there for the rebound. I know Carson, I saw in Schoology, he started his day with turning in some homework, and now he's in the middle of a hockey game here and scores the go-ahead goal for the Mustangs. So Carson's had a busy day, but he's had a good day. That's going to be Teckenberg's third goal of the year, and this line of Belial, Michalek, and Teckenberg, we've talked all year. They've been the ones that have been producing consistently on the offensive side of the score sheet, so good to see here.
Mustangs now starting to buzz around the ice a little bit, picking up some momentum. South now enters the Cheyenne zone. Gets to the slot where he is stopped by McCarthy. Puck goes behind the net. And McCarthy flips one up the wall. And here come the Mustangs again. Tyler Michalek coming down. Elects to take it wide, and he is pinched off the puck. Bruins now dangle. And the puck goes all the way down the ice. And it will be called an icing.
Lucky that was out of the reach of that Fargo South forward there, because I think the Cheyenne D I don't know if they got a little too fired up, but they jumped up in the play and they left one guy all alone. Could have been a 2-on-1 there, but no worse for the wear. We got shots for 13 and 11 in favor of the Mustangs, so they've had a real nice pushback here after that first period.
Fitzpatrick wins the draw to Peters. Peters tries a quick shot. Peters now with this puck in the slot. Shot. Goal! Quade Peters from the slot.
Now, one of the things Peters has is he has a fantastic shot. He's able to rifle that one. I didn't know if that went in or off the post, but beat Sandy on the glove side. Sandy doesn't give up, more than 2 goals very often. A lot of Celtics games this year, it seems like if they can get 2 goals, they're going to win the game. So, for Fargo South here, they're going to have an uphill battle. We got 6:24 left in the second period. And Quade Peters puts him up 3-1 there. That's going to be Quade Peters' 7th goal of the year. So he can really rifle the puck. And he's had some big games lately. He had 2 goals up in Grafton. So a senior forward, Quade's doing a very good job of leading by example.
Ripped that one by Sandy. I didn't have time to watch it.
Yeah.
South now enters the Cheyenne zone. Tries a shot, and that is sticked away by Buchholz.
Key for Cheyenne here is going to be these next couple of shifts. You don't want any letdown. You got 6 minutes left. Be a huge confidence boost if you can go into that third period.
Pad save there by Buchholz.
Maintaining this 2-goal lead.
Peters now throws the puck behind the net for Oster, and Oster throws it up, and Kirkby will intercept it. Kirkby loses the puck to Fitzpatrick, and Mosier will take it. Mosier bounces the puck, looking for Peters. And Fitzpatrick now tries to go off the sidewall where South intercepts it. Puck goes back to Oster. Oster throws it wide for Mosier. And Mosier now comes out with the puck. Mosier goes up the wall to Peters. Peters gets across the red line, dumps it down, and he will go for a change. Sandy now throws it up to his winger, and it goes through his stick where Camden Coles will take it. Coles now throws it back to the south point. And
Good
glove
play
down
by
by
Coles.
Coles. Coles now enters the zone. He's got one out front. Tries a low shot on Sandy, and that is patted away. Belial now. And the puck bounces out to Coles. Coles will throw it all the way down the ice. Glove by Michalek, and he will lose it to Kirkby.
It was a nice hit by Michalek on the south defenseman there, and Ben Spanier coughed the puck up to Camden Coles. Coles is going to go for holding there.
Yeah.
That's the third time that Kirkby's come down on Coles, and he's tried to put it through his legs and dangle him. The first time he was successful. The second time he wasn't. This one here, Camden Coles is going to put a hold on him. So, Ethan, these are the scores here for Fargo South this year. In their wins, they won 4-1, 5-1, 2-1, 11-1, 4-1, 2-0. Those are the games that Sandy's played. In the game they lost 2-1 in overtime. So he doesn't give up 3 goals very often.
No.
But if you're Cheyenne here, you got a huge kill. You got 4:46 left in the period. And South is 1 for 2 on the power play today. So that's going to help their pass. It's going to go out of the zone, and South's going to have to regroup.
Puck controlled by South in the neutral zone. Kirkby will take it. Tries to take it wide where it is sticked off the puck by Trudeau. Puck picked up by his defenseman. Defenseman now back out to the point. Puck on the point. Looks to his D partner. Back to the other side. Looks low. Puck now back out at the point. Goes D to D with it. Takes a shot. Glove save by Buckholz.
Yeah, that shot there by John Lang. I think he faked Trudeau out. He had an open lane, and then he throws it glove high over the crossbar. So even if if Buckholz doesn't save it, it's off the glass. And I think if you're South Shanley, you want a better shot there when you have an open lane. South Shanley's going to look to kind of get things back going in the right direction here. They're going to take their time out. During this time out, just want to take a minute for those of you at home. Please subscribe to Cheyenne Mustang Media. The students and staff have done a tremendous job this year in trying to bring games to everyone during this pandemic and with restrictions on fans entering arenas and the gyms. Just please subscribe to Cheyenne Mustang Media. You can catch all the action. A lot of good games. The Cheyenne Mustang basketball team, like we said, first place in the EDC. They got a game in a couple weeks here, is it next week that they play West Fargo, Ethan?
I believe it is.
It's coming up sometime here, and Cheyenne and West Fargo are both ranked. I think they're both ranked top 5 in the state, so that'll be a...
1 and 2, aren't they?
Are they 1 and 2?
I think they're 1 and 2.
Well, we're not great basketball minds.
No.
I don't even
We're
know
the
if we're great
hockey
hockey
guys.
minds. I don't even know. Well, you're a great fantasy football mind. But speaking of
am.
football, Packers up 10-3. What do you think about that?
I'm happy about it.
Who's your pick for the Super Bowl this year?
I'd like to see the Bills win or the Browns. Either or, doesn't matter. Just hopefully not another one for Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Who would have thought that those two guys? I think Brees is 42. I don't know how old Brady is, but you got 2 old quarterbacks there going at it. But if you got it, you got it, right?
Yeah, should be an interesting game. Face-off in the Mustang zone, won by the Bruins. Bruins now control the puck on the sidewall, and Oster will pick off the pass. Oster now tries to get it to Fitzpatrick, where that is pinched off. And
good
puck
stick
will
by
back to the
Fitzpatrick.
zone. Bruins now trying to break it out of their own zone with Cole Fitzpatrick applying pressure. And here comes Kirkby up the ice. Kirkby looks wide for his winger. And they will enter the Mustang zone. Bruins take it behind the Mustang net. Spins away from the defender. And rings it all the way back around. Puck now tied up on the sidewall. And it will bounce out to the south point. South will put it all the way back down in the zone for Kirkby. Kirkby tries to cut to the center and just loses it off the end of his stick. And Michalek will then put it back in the Bruin zone. But Bruins quick to come back with it as they enter the Cheyenne zone. Bruins with the puck. 5 seconds left here on the penalty kill for the Mustangs. Tries his shot. Pad save by Buckholz. Michalek tries to get it out. And his attempt is stopped.
Mustangs killed that one off, so they're 2 for 3 on the penalty kill.
And here comes McCarthy. Looks wide for Michalek, just wide of his stick. And that will be an icing.
Yeah, the South defenseman on the power play, he went for a change there, which opened up that whole side of the ice. Michalek was all alone. McCarthy tried to find him just out of reach of his stick there. So good kill by the Mustangs. We got a score of 3-1 in favor of Cheyenne. And 2:29, they're going to have a defensive zone draw here. Looks like they're going to come out with Fitzpatrick, Peters, and Roth. And then back on D right now, they got Camden Coles and Zach Mosier. So Camden Coles coming out of the penalty box, so he's going to play with Mosier, not his usual partner, but Colin McCarthy, he was out there on the kill.
South controlling the puck behind the Mustang net. And it will be slapped around the boards by Mosier. And puck turned over here, and here comes Coles up the ice. Camden Coles crosses the blue line, takes a shot on Sandy, glove save.
Yeah, not a bad play. You're going to get an offensive zone face-off here. I think Coles and Peters, they were I think their wires got crossed there a little bit on where they were going up the ice, but offensive zone face-off here with 2:12 left to play. You know, you got four seniors out here right now. Last 2 minutes, probably won't be out there the whole time, but you know, this is where your senior leadership, you know, finish this period strong.
Peters walks him around the face-off, tries a shot, and that is gloved down by Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy's good with the glove. We were talking earlier before the game. Got some good baseball players out here. Quake Peters is, we talked about, committed to play baseball down at Mesa Community College. Lance Oster, very good baseball player for the Mustangs. And then, you know, Sandy's been on a couple state championship teams for Post 2 the last couple of years, including the one that went down to North Carolina for the American Legion World Series. So, you know, we got some kids out here that have talents other than just playing hockey.
Fitzpatrick dumps it all the way down in the south zone, and he will chase. Coles tries the glove down, and that is just missed and hit there by Peters.
Another nice hit by Peters.
Puck now
Lang,
all the way
Lang
back in
shaking
the
up
Bruins
after that
zone.
one.
And puck now in the Bruins zone, picked off by Fitzpatrick. And the Bruins will break out. Bruins now across the red line, get across the blue line, and he is hit down by Coles.
Coles, yeah.
Peters now with the puck, looks cross ice for Roth. Roth gets across the red line, throws a shot on Sandy, and his defenseman will pick it up. Nice pressure here by Camden Coles, and the puck goes out to the point, glove down by Teckenberg. Or Mosier, I should say.
Oh yeah, what was it, Mosier? Or was it
I
Teckenberg?
think it was Mosier.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, good
Nice play.
interception there by Oster, and he gets hit off the puck. And South will cross the red line. I believe Cheyenne coaches were looking for a high stick on that one. Blyle now with the puck behind the net. Pass it. And the Mustangs will regain their composure and start up ice. Tries to pass all the way up the ice to Teckenberg. Teckenberg now takes the puck. Gets it back to McCarthy. McCarthy looks up the boards for Blyle, and that will go. No, icing is waved off. Michalek tries to pick up the puck, and he is stopped off, and Blyle there lays a nice hit behind the net. Michalek now steals the puck away. Oster tries to pinch, and South will get it out of the zone. South now with the puck, and that will be deflected all the way up into the benches.
Yep, so we'll have a face-off here, neutral zone face-off with about 4.5 seconds left. You know, unofficially here, we look at 18 shots on goal, and Cheyenne started the period with 4, and South started the period with 9, and they got 13 right now. So we got about a 14-4 differential in shots here for, you know, in favor of Cheyenne. So this has been a real good a pushback period for the boys in the white.
Peters in to take the draw for the Mustangs. Trudeau now tries to get around one man, and that will take us to the end of the second period.
If you're Cheyenne, you got to be awfully excited about how that period unfolded. First couple of shifts, maybe not so much, but then after that, you know, Cheyenne did a lot of really nice things. You know, you saw the tip by Trudeau. You know, the nice shot off the face-off by Quade Peters. You know, and they're putting maybe South in a position that they haven't, you know, had to be in a lot of times this year. So it's real nice to see for Cheyenne. You know, they finished the period strong. They were able to kill that penalty off there on the hold by Camden Cole. So, you know, like I said, one of the things that Coach Molly talked about is this team just has this common belief and this sense of confidence this year about themselves. So, you know, it's going to be key here. This could be a real good third period if Cheyenne can continue to do some of those things that they did there at the end of the second period. So after 2 periods of play, we got a score of 3-1 in favor of the Cheyenne Mustangs. Shots on goal, 18 for the Mustangs, 13 for the Bruins, and we'll take a short break, and then we'll be back for third period action here from the West Fargo Sports Arena.
I want to perform so I can teach my friends how to play the guitar.
I want to play this year so we can improve as a team and get some more of these.
I want to learn so I can expand my career opportunities.
I want to represent to enrich the world around me.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
Mask up.
All right, welcome back, fans, to the West Fargo Sports Arena for third period action between the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs and the Fargo South Shanley Bruins. Cheyenne put it in 3 goals in that second period there to take a 3-1 lead after falling behind after one period, 1-0. Another quick review of the standings here. Grand Forks Central sits in first place with a record of 7-1. They got 21 points, and right behind them is Fargo South Shanley coming in with a record of 6-1, and they have 19 points. Behind them is Grand Forks Red River at 6-1-1. They got 17, and then Fargo Davies rounds out the top 4. They're 4-4, and they have 12 points. So Cheyenne sits in the 5th spot right now with a record of 3-3 in EDC play, so they have 9 points. Like we said, a win today for Cheyenne would put them in a tie place with Fargo Davies, who is idle today, and hopefully they can hang on and do that, Ethan.
Yeah. Had a good last period there. Put past 3 on Zach Sandy.
So you didn't forget his name, did you?
No, I was thinking of his brother for a little bit there.
So this is shaping up here to be a big third period. If you're Fargo South, I think you want to get dialed back in and play the way you played in that first period. It was almost like the script was flipped there a little bit. The Cheyenne Mustangs really started to do a lot of the things that were done against them in the first period with their forwards putting on a lot of good constant pressure. They had pucks around the net. One of the things is I don't think Cheyenne's had a power play yet in this game, have they, Ethan?
No, they have not, but they've
had to kill 3.
Yeah, killed 3 of them.
And they
themselves.
killed 2 of them. We said that they're at 70% for the year. So if you're Coach Benson, I think one of the things that you're going to preach is play the game straight up. Don't get into anything after a whistle and stay out of the box.
Looks like it will be Fitzpatrick, Peters, and Roth out here with Coles and McCarthy on defense. Fitzpatrick in to take the draw against Kirkby. Fitzpatrick wins the draw back to Coles. Coles chips one off the boards looking for Peters, and that is just past the stick. And South will throw it all the way back down in the zone where Peyton Buckles will stick it off. Back to Camden Coles. Coles goes to Peters. Peters tips it past South defenseman where the Mustangs will start on offense. Puck picked off there by Roth. Roth goes back to Peters. Peters skates it behind his own net. Throws it out in front for Roth. Roth tries a backdoor shot, and that is just saved by Sandy.
That was a great pass by Peters. Roth on the back door. And knowing those two guys, they're kind of like Bert and Ernie. I'm sure Quade's going to be giving it to Andy there, but a great save by Sandy.
Coles now takes the puck, looks wide where no one's there. And the Bruins will dump it all the way back in the zone, and they'll go for a change. Coles throws it all the way up the wall to Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick will redirect it all the way back down in the Bruins zone, and the Mustangs will go for a change themselves. Rogan, Stalker, and Trudeau out there. And Stalker now with the puck. Tries to go back for Trudeau. And puck goes all the way back into the Mustang zone where Mosier will have it behind net. Mosier chased out, looks up the boards for Trudeau. Trudeau looks for a second centering pass to Stalker. And the puck goes back out to Oster. Oster now takes one off the glass, and that will just get by the South defenseman. Icing waved off. Bruins now with puck behind their own net. Looks out for a pass to his winger. And the pass goes all the way across the ice, and that will go all the way down the ice. Icing waved off there. Mosier then cycles it back to Michalek. Michalek tries to throw it up off the boards. Not quite sure what happened there, but didn't look like he got all of it.
No, he had Trudeau up the wall. If he could have got it to him, Trudeau could have made a nice entry into the offensive zone, but just didn't get all of it.
Teckenberg now throws on the center ice, looking for Belial, and that is gloved down. And a hand pass will be called on South.
Face-off should be, I believe, should go all the way down into South zone, or they're going to put it right there at center ice.
It will go all the way down.
No, never mind. Ref just a little slow getting the snow off his skates there a little bit. Kind of wondering what he was doing, but here we go.
Belial, Michalek, and Teckenberg out there. And
man, they got the music cranked in here today. Holy smokes.
Loud. Belial now wins the draw. Teckenberg tries to come in with a quick shot, and that is just to the right of Sandy. Puck goes behind net for Michalek. Michalek looks back out for Belial. Puck goes out to the point for Coles. Coles with the shot, redirected by Michalek. And pass out in front. Belial tries to bang one home,
That's
and he is.
Stick, yep.
Will be a penalty coming up on South, and the Mustangs will get the opportunity, their first one of the night, on the power play.
As we've talked about how one of the things early on in the game, the Cheyenne Mustangs were going to try to get pucks and bodies around the net. Cameron Coles just threw it down there behind the net, and then Michalek just threw it right back out in front, and Jack Belia was right around the net. We've talked consistently this year, I should say, about how he's always around the net. He scored a goal in Grafton last week by being right around the net, or earlier this week, I should say. And right there, the South defenseman has to take a couple liberties on him and is going to go sit for it for 2 minutes for high sticking.
Peters now with the puck at the point, moves it down to Coles on the sidewall. Peters now at the point. Looks across for McCarthy. McCarthy drops it off for Peters. Peters goes across for Coles. Coles looks down low to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick now back up to Coles to Peters. Back on the sidewall to Coles. Peters now at the top, goes across for McCarthy. And McCarthy goes across the ice for Coles. Coles now moves it low to Fitzpatrick. And back down low to Fitzpatrick. Coles now throws it up to the point for Peters. Peters tries a shot on the ice, and that is blocked out in front.
South's doing a nice job of staying in shooting lane. 45 seconds there of zone time for the Mustangs, but they hadn't had a shot yet. And Peters says enough of this and fires one on net.
McCarthy now, one-timer Peters, and that is stopped by Sandy. Roth now with the puck behind the net, cycles it back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick goes up the board to Coles. Peters now with the puck at the slot. Looks down low for McCarthy. McCarthy walks it a little bit, takes a shot, and that is blocked off by Sandy. And Peters now with the puck at the slot. Moves it low for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Coles. And up to Peters. Peters fakes a shot, walks in, gives it to Coles. Coles with the shot, and the Bruins will clear.
That was a good zone time there for the Mustangs, about a minute and 30. Holding the puck in their zone. They had some nice opportunities. Would have maybe liked a couple more shots, but South was doing a good job on the kill.
Coles now with the puck on the wall. Moves out to Teckenberg. Teckenberg into Michalek. Back to Teckenberg. Looks low. Shot there by the Mustangs. Glove saved by Sandy.
Yeah, so in 8 seconds here, that was Carson Dean, a captain for Fargo South. He went off on the hook on Jack Belisle. So in 8 seconds, he'll come out of the penalty box here, and then we'll play 5-on-5. So if you're the Cheyenne D here, you're just going to want to make sure that you know that he's behind you and keep pucks down low.
Teckenberg now in for the draw on the Mustangs, and he will lose it.
No.
And Bruins will throw the puck into their own bench.
Yeah, heads up in the south bench there. So 4 seconds left on the power play here for the Mustangs.
Looks like it will be Teckenberg in to take the draw again against Carson Dean.
No, Dean's in the penalty box.
Oh,
I think that's Johnny Lang.
Can't really be out there when he's in the box.
That's a great point.
Puck centered out for Belisle. Belisle tries to bang one home. And the puck will bounce out into neutral ice. Mosier tries to flip one back in, and that is off the South defender and back to him. Oster now tries to look wide where no one's there. Mosier now with the puck, tries to go D-to-D for Oster, and that is just in between skates. Mosier now takes the puck. And he'll look for Michalek, and that is just out of his reach.
Yeah, there's a hit laid on Lance Oster. This has been a good physical game. There's been a lot of battles along the wall. It's been a clean game. Oh, heads up, Molly. That could have. Watch your teeth there. That could have been an expensive. I think Andrew Roth caught Coach Molly in practice a couple years ago. I think he caught him with a stick up high and sent Coach Molly with a trip to the ER to get a couple stitches. His wife's a doctor, so she was able to give him some stitches. But like I was saying, it's been a fairly clean game. There hasn't been a lot of special teams play. Like we said, South has had 3 power plays. Cheyenne's only had 1. So there really hasn't been a lot of dirty play, but there's been a lot of good, clean, physical play.
Shot there from the point by the Bruins, swallowed up by Buchholz. Top line out here for the Mustangs.
Same for South as well. South Shanley, I should say.
And Fitzpatrick will try and take the puck. But South will take it. Kirkeby now tries to dangle one, loses the puck, and it goes to the corner. Peters now with the redirect, back to Kai Trudeau. Trudeau gets across the blue line, and he will fire it all the way down in the Bruins zone. Peters now giving pressure to the Bruins defenseman. And the Bruins will come out with it. Now with the pass up the ice, And it will bounce out to Oster. Oster looking for Trudeau there, but it is just off the back end of a stick. Good stick there by Mosier, and that will be offsides.
And not by much, but it was just over the line.
Yeah.
South tried to keep it in the zone. They tried to get it down to their leading goal scorer, Tanner Kirkby, the guy you want with the puck, but unfortunately for South, just right off sides. You know, Ethan, a lot of people have been giving you a lot of praise for your skills here on the mic. How about Jim Michalek stepping in to be the new PA guy for the Mustangs this year? What type of grade would you give him?
Oh, I'd give him at least an A+.
Yeah, he brings a lot of good energy, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Tyler Michalek, his son, now coming up the ice with the puck, crosses the blue line. Tries to get a quick shot, but that is just off the toe of his stick.
And I think
He will be going.
I think PA announcer Jim Michalek's going to get to spend a little bit more time with his son there, Tyler. As Tyler's going to go sit down. I don't know if they're going to have a friendly conversation or if there's going to be some fatherly wisdom trying to give his son there. Looks like Tyler's trying to plead his case a little bit. So I'm sure that's we'll maybe keep an eye on him there to see if he tells him, we spend too much time or we spend enough time with each other at home. I don't want to spend more time with you here, but. Nonetheless, the Bruins are going to go on to the power play here. Mustangs are going to hope to kill this one off. They've been 2 for 3 on the kill tonight, and this is a huge one here. You got 10:50 left in the third period.
Bruins controlling the puck down on the sidewall, moves it in the corner. Kirkby then spins away. Kirkby takes it behind the net. And good stick there by McCarthy to knock him off the puck, and that will almost exit the zone, but good hold there by the Bruins.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Will Hoffer there to keep that puck in.
Coles comes out with the puck, tries to throw one out, and that is blocked off by a South defender. South now looks for a pass to Kirkby in the slot, and that is just wide. Kirkby now with the puck. Dangling. Oh, looking for a backdoor pass, and that is just wide of his stick.
Yeah, Kirkby waited and had Johnny Lang on the backside and almost hit him, but unable to get his stick on it.
Kirkby now back in the slot with the puck, and he is hit off, and Quade Peters will try to... Quade Peters now takes a breakaway for the Mustangs. Peters tries on Sandy to go 5-hole, and Sandy will cover.
Peters uses good speed there. He's able to get around on the outside right around Will Hoffer and puts the shot right on Sandy. I think he tried to go 5-hole there, and I think Sandy squeezed on for dear life and was able to keep the puck outside out of the net, excuse me. So we'll have 1 minute exactly left here in the penalty to Michalek. And then the Mustangs will look to get back to 5-on-5. Well, not look to, they will get back to 5-on-5. That's where you got to help me out, Ethan.
We all mess up every once in a while.
That's true.
Face off won by the Bruins. And Bruins will take it out of their own zone. Gets it across the blue line where he's met by 2 Mustang defenders.
Good job by
And
Trudeau
Oster
there.
will throw it all the way down the ice.
Good job by Trudeau and Oster. Trudeau with the initial hit and separates the player from the puck, and then Oster's able to throw it all the way down.
Bruins now will try to set up shot back in the Mustang zone again. Takes it across the red line. And he will go down on Lance Oster. Oster then spins into the boards. And good play there by Trudeau to get it all the way back down the ice for the Mustangs.
Been a strong kill by Trudeau there. 2 nice plays on the penalty kill. You expect that out of one of your senior forwards.
5 seconds left here on the penalty to Michalek, and then the Mustangs will be back at full strength.
Yeah, so after that first kill was unsuccessful in the first period, the Mustangs have been better on the kill. They've been able to kill off the last 3.
Puck now in the Bruin zone. And that is sticked off there by Deckenberg. Puck flipped out of the zone. And here come the Bruins. Looks for a centering pass. And he is tied up there by Michalek. And Michalek will throw it all the way back around the boards.
Oster laid a nice body check there on Sam Oster. Oster was kind of caught in a difficult position with the puck up in the air, and he was caught kind of flat-footed. And Johnny Lane came around, put a shot on net, but Peyton Buchholz able to keep it out of the net.
Puck now in the Bruin zone. And Michalek will center it out in front, looking for Belial, but Belial was off to the right. And here comes the Bruins on 4 Mustangs. That's got to be a penalty.
one of the South players put on Colin McCarthy.
Puck bounces out of the slot, and good save there by Buckholz. Hit there by Belisle. And the Bruins. Puck will be cleared out of the Cheyenne zone. And the Bruins will dump it all the way back down where Buckholz will stop it for McCarthy. McCarthy now holds the puck. And he'll take it out to the right side where he'll look for Stalker. And puck goes back to McCarthy, and McCarthy will sit back behind the net again.
A little deja vu.
And here comes Stalker up the ice. Looks for Michalek. Michalek takes it off his stick. And that will bounce out to Mosier.
I think a puck like that with 7 minutes left, you want to get pucks deep and make South go 200 feet instead of 150 or anything like that.
A lot harder to score when the puck's far away from your net.
Oh, they did it to my Gophers one year. It was Robbie Bino in Minneapolis all the way down the ice. So
Wow.
you never know.
Puck chipped out of the zone there by the Bruins, where Lance Oster will pick it up. Oster looks up the boards to Coles. And Kai Trudeau now enters his zone. Trudeau spun off the puck. And Rogan battling for it. But South will come away with it. Rogan there hits his guy off the puck. A lot of battle there out of that sophomore forward.
Yeah, there is. He had a pretty big hit at the end of that junior varsity game too that I think got him fired up a little bit.
Peters now uses his speed, gets around, takes a sharp angled shot on Sandy, and that is saved.
Yeah, it's been the second time this period we've seen Peters able to use his speed to get to the outside and get a good shot on net. So we got 5:58 here left in the game. Mustangs ahead 3-1. One of the things, if you're the Mustangs, you don't want to go into a defensive shell and or anything like that, but you want to make sure you're smart with the puck. You don't want to be turning pucks over high in the zone around the blue lines. You want to make sure the pucks get out and then pucks get deep. They've been doing a real good job of it since the first period was kind of slow for them, so we'll see if they can hold on.
Bruins now looking to break out of their own zone, looks for a rink wide pass. And here come the Bruins.
Nice play by Oster on West.
And Fitzpatrick now with the puck, chips it high off the glass, and that will go out of the zone all the way down to the Bruins zone. Bruins now with the puck in their own zone. Look to break it out, and Fitzpatrick then throws it all the way back down. 5:15 left to play here in the third period. Mustangs leading 3-1. Mosier looks for Roth. Roth goes around one and puts it back in the Bruins zone. Bruins now with possession back in their own zone. Looking to get something started here. Crosses the blue line. Looks for a shot on Buckle. It's good stick there by Camden Coles.
It's a real good stick by Coles on Osvik there.
Puck goes out to neutral ice. And the Bruins will come back in. Looking for numbers. And good save there by Buckholz. And puck will be taken by Tyler Michalek. Michalek now tries to dangle the last defender and gets caught up in his skates. Good pinch there by McCarthy to keep South out of the zone, but here comes Kirkby. Kirkby tries to go around one. Oh, good save there by Buckholz off the pad.
I have no idea where the puck is there. And
Whistle blown.
there's been a couple times, this is down in the corner that we're sitting. There's been a couple times that puck is, I think there was one in the first period where that puck just sat there just right on the edge, and same there. Buckholz was able to keep that puck underneath him and able to keep it out of the net. I think the Fargo South coaches are kind of wondering a little bit. Not look like they're okay, so no harm, no foul there. But for the Mustangs here, they got a 3-1 lead. You got 4:20 left in the game. Shots are 24-16, so they've been able to hold, South Shanley to 16 shots here, and that's a real good job and a testament to the whole team that they've been able to thwart some of the offensive opportunities. Over 2 periods, only 7 shots for South Shanley.
Puck now tied up on the boards, and puck bounces out to South. Shot there, saved by Buckholz. Rebound out to the point, and he will put it down low. The bottom of the circle. Shots blocked in front, and puck now behind the Cheyenne net. McCarthy now with the puck. And that is taken away by South. Blyle there with a good body. Knocks him away off the puck, and it will go all the way down the ice. And yes, icing is called.
So now we'll have a defense's own face-off with 3:40 left here in the game in the third period. Like we said, shots 24-17. Here we'll have we'll have a senior unit here of Peters, Fitzpatrick, and Trudeau, and then they're also out there with Lance Oster. So one of the things early on in the year we said, experience is going to have to play out for the Mustangs this year. They got a large senior class. And they played a lot of hockey in the EDC, and this year it's really starting to, I think that experience is starting to, show through in some of their games, and this is a good tight one here, so, I think you're going to want that veteran crew to come through for you.
Puck now in the neutral zone and flip back in by the Bruins where Mosier will take it. Mosier goes off the glass out to Peters in the neutral zone. Peters one-on-one with this man, tries to dangle, and he is poke checked off the puck.
Good defensive play by Lars Hager for South Shanley there. Peters has good speed, he's got good hands, but he's able to hold him off.
And here comes South on a 2-on-1. Kirkby now with the puck, and he is hit off the puck. No penalty called there for Cheyenne.
2-on-1 formulating here.
2-on-1 now, back the other way for Cheyenne. Peters with the puck, takes a shot, high over the net. Puck now tied up on the blue line in front of the South bench. And puck will bounce out to Mosier. Mosier looks wide for Peters. Peters now controls the puck, and he will dump it all the way around the boards. South now with the breakout. Michalik gets off the bench and
just at the right time and was able to put a check on the South Shanley forward coming right by him.
South now takes the puck, looks for a centering pass, puck in the slot, toe drag shot, glove saved by Buckholtz.
That's a real nice save by Buckholtz with about 2.5 minutes left in the game there. Johnny Lang, one of their top forwards. He's come in, he's got 6 goals on the year. He's just a sophomore, and he rips that shot low glove, and Buckholtz just puts it out there and is able to snare it. So, like we said, 2:22 left here in the third period. You got Mustangs up 3-1.
Blyland to take the draw for the Mustangs. And he will lose it. Bruins now cuts to the slot, shot right into the chest of Peyton Buckholtz.
Same thing again. Lang, he comes right around, and he can rip that puck pretty good for just a sophomore, and he comes around. Buckholtz right on top of the crease, squares him up, and is able to suck that one right into his gut there. So good save by Peyton Buckholtz. That's his 19th save of the game. He gave up 1 in the first period, and since then the Mustangs were able to answer with 3 unanswered.
Face-off won by the Bruins. And that will be flipped all the way down the ice by Cole Fitzpatrick. Trudeau now looks to chase. And good hit there by Quade Peters. Knocks him off the puck. And puck will be thrown in. Ty Trudeau tried to handle the puck, but that is poke checked off his stick. And here comes Lang. Lang takes it wide. Good stick there by Camden Coles. Knocks him off the puck.
Coles has had two really nice plays in that same spot. It seems like last couple minutes with he's got a long stick and good reach, and he used it to his advantage there.
Camden Coles tries to throw it on net, and that's just to the left of Sandy. Puck bounces out to him at the point. Slap shot just to the left again.
Got 1:25 here left in the third period.
And Fitzpatrick now with the puck. Throws it out front. Looking for Trudeau, and that just doesn't get to him. And Teckenberg tries to throw it all the way down. That goes to the Bruins. McCarthy with the puck. Goes D-to-D with Oster. Oster looks up the ice for Teckenberg. And Teckenberg looks wide for Michalik, where that is picked off by... And here comes Kirkby. Kirkby tries to dangle, and he's taken off the puck by Michalik. Puck back up at the Bruin point. Tipped out in front there by Belial and just over... And Oster will throw that one up into the net.
I think Belial was surprised that hit his stick. But no harm for the Mustangs. We got a defense's own face-off with 49 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see. It looks like Fargo South, are they maybe going to take a timeout? No, I think Kirkby, his stick is just broken. So he's going to go back, and he's going to pick up another one of those. What are those run now, Ethan? Remind me again.
About 270.
So 270. So when I was in high school, that was about 35 shifts working for Grafton Parks and Recreation to pay for that thing. So we got 49 seconds left here.
Sandy probably in an unfamiliar spot watching the rest of this game from the bench.
Yep. Bruins have pulled their goalie, so we got 6 on 5 here now with 36 seconds left. Kirk will be coming down. Nice play by Oscar.
Close now, flips one high off the glass, and that will exit the Mustang zone. And puck goes back to Peters. Peters then just throws it back into the south zone. 20 seconds left here in this game. Puck goes out to the neutral zone, where Lang dangles. He'll pass to his winger. Tries to look for a centering pass for Kirkaby, and good play there by Trudeau. And Trudeau will flip it all the way down the ice for an icing.
We got 4.7 seconds left here in the third period. We're gonna have a face-off deep in the Mustang zone here to the right of, the left of Peyton Buchholz. If everything goes okay, Mustangs should hold on and win this game by a score of 3-1 here.
Michalek talking to his wingers. And Belisle will step in and take the draw. Belisle ties up his man. Oster takes the puck. That will do it for this game. Cheyenne Mustangs will win 3-1.
Yeah, it's nice to see the excitement of the boys in white jump off the bench there, and mob Peyton Buchholz. That's a great team win. We had a tip-in goal by Trudeau, getting the Mustangs on the score sheet, and we said that's probably the way they're going to have to score goals. And nice rebound goal by Teckenberg, and then that goal that Peters just rifled right off the post. So, this is a huge win for the Cheyenne Mustangs. We said that by winning this one, they would go into a tie with fourth place with Fargo Davies. And one of the things, I think going into this, there was a lot of talk about, the Mustang offense and how they would have to do against Zach Sandy. He's a goalie that's at 97% for the year. But one player I think that, if you're going to name a first star, you got to look at Peyton Buchholz. I mean, Buchholz matched him shot for shot. The shots were 25-19. And Buchholz came into this game at 91%, so he's having a fantastic year for the Mustangs. I know any time that you got really good confidence in your goalie, it allows, the guys up front to maybe play a little bit different of a game. Maybe South found themselves in an unfamiliar territory, having to play from behind a little bit here today. But certainly a big win for the Mustangs, and something that they're going to want to build off this momentum going forward. Ethan, do you have any final thoughts?
Thought the Mustangs looked really good out there today. They had probably their first win in history against Fargo South Bruins, and it's a good one.
Yep, so I mean, some good things for the program this year. They've, first win over Fargo South Shanley. They've had their first win over, Fargo North. They've had 2 of them actually this year. So, this senior class is they're coming to play, and no day is wasted with this senior group, and it's been a lot of fun to watch them play so far this year. So up next week, we will have the game. Cheyenne Mustang Media will cover it, even though it's technically not a home game for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. They're going to be playing the West Fargo Packers, but I guess when you share an arena, what's a home game versus a road game, huh, Ethan?
Same thing.
Yeah, but we will be carrying that game. We'll be excited. We'll have the varsity action for you here. So an exciting win for the Mustangs. Shots on goal, 25-19 at the end of the game here. We have a 3-1 win for the Mustangs. Ethan, any final thoughts?
Mustangs looking really good this season. Hopefully they might have the power to go the distance.
All right, well, let's
hope
hope
so. Their first state tournament.
That's right. So for Jordan Latowski
and Ethan Frisch,
take care.